Calling to order the February 28th, 2024 meeting of the South Elementary School Building Committee. This being a virtual meeting, under the, I don't have the specific language, but I can cite it prior to the end of the meeting. I'll pull that up and cite it just for the record. But so because this is, we're still under the revised open meeting law rules, we're allowed to have an open meeting where the chair deems it necessary. In this case, we're required to take a roll of all individuals present as well as all votes. So having said that, if I can call the roll here, Dr. Baeta.
Aye, present.
Joseph Buckley.
Here.
Fran Brutinitti.
Here.
Stephen Cavey. Diane Dolan. Jake Dorr.
Present.
Sandra Gropey.
Present.
You did get it. Sorry. I meant to call you Sandra, by the way. Joyce Husseini. I saw
Present.
you here. Melissa Lynch.
Present.
Katie Monahan.
Present.
Heidi Perkins.
Present.
TJ Recupero present. Eileen Sprague. And Catherine Weiss.
Present.
And that was alphabetical in case anyone wonders if they're prioritized low.
Eileen did text me. She's going to try to join. She's having car trouble.
Cool. No worries. Did I miss anyone? Okay. Now moving into item 1, public comment. This is the period of the meeting where we invite people from the public if they have any questions or comments to address the committee. Under the open meeting law, it's nothing we can discuss substantively, typically, unless it's an urgent matter or requires immediate action. But we always invite people to address the committee with questions and comments, always will. And in this case, is there any, I know that we do have some people that are participating. If you have any questions or comments, please, I think there's a hand raising feature that Eric, you guys can probably monitor this better than I can, but if you
there's no attendee other than the panelists who you can see the list on your and we do have Dr. Baeta raising his hand.
Mr. Chairman, I just want to note for the record, since this is an important evening, that the attendance for tonight present is 10, which is a quorum of the committee. Just to add to the record, please.
Right, good point. Thank you, Joe. As far as public comment is concerned, there is one point that I did want to bring up. It's not as much public comment as it is someone who commented on Facebook who couldn't attend the last meeting, which I had a conflict and I couldn't attend. And I did say we welcome people and I'd be happy to represent her position. And generally it was, I don't have it in front of me, be happy to send it along to the committee members, but it was that the town has been spending quite a bit of money lately. And as a result, there was some sentiment, particularly from this poster on Facebook, that there be some sort of townwide audit before any new spending or new borrowing be incurred. And I said I would be happy to spread that along. I also pointed out that the committee has been mindful about cost and how to pay for this project from day one and will be throughout. I apologize to the person who posted that I didn't have the specific comment to read it verbatim, but that was the gist of it. And if I got that wrong, please flag me on Facebook or any other social media. That's the only one I'm on anyway. So, and even then I'm barely on it, but having said that, item 2, acceptance of minutes of February 7th, 2024. Have those minutes gone around and been reviewed? And if, you know what, is there any objection to tabling this so we can get right into the substance? Hearing none, let's table this to the next meeting. There's no urgency to, we're still well within the time frame required for accepting minutes. So we'll do that next regular meeting as opposed to now, because tonight was specifically for item 3, schematic design package. And that, if I can pass that to Tim or Chin or Eric or Carl or Courtney. I don't care who, it's gotta be one of you though.
Courtney should be able to share the screen with the presentation.
So why don't I just kick it off? So we've talked about this day for a long time in the process. Today is, or tomorrow, we're submitting the schematic design report, which you have all seen the sort of, this is the table of contents that Courtney has put up there. But essentially, this is the product of the presentations we've made to the committee over the last couple of meetings, including the cost presentation we made at the last meeting. So, you know, I don't know. Obviously, there's a lot of technical, detailed information. This is an important document in the sense that it sets the budget and the scope and the schedule for the or it sets what we are submitting as all of those things. We will have feedback from the MSBA that we'll need to respond to, and that will make up what ends up becoming the project scope and budget agreement. And the board will vote on that agreement. But this is sort of, you can see from this table of contents, it's quite technical with narratives on MEP systems and geotechnical and site and electrical. The whole discussion around sustainability that we've had over the several last few months. And then it goes into the discussion on the budget. And, you know, we've talked about that before. We also did talk about a little bit about the town's ability and function or its you know, willingness to hold a local election on this and pass in the local support. So we've contacted the town government side, the Board of Selectmen, through the town manager to schedule a town meeting. Most likely we've requested a special town meeting. We're following the same process that worked that we did at the high school that seemed to be, I'd say, Stoughton's process. So that's the intent, is to do a special town meeting within the town meeting in May, and then to go to a ballot initiative in June. And so both of those are things that are items that the select board will have to approve. And we've asked to be in front of the select board to discuss the project and also to get a vote on those items on March 19th. But we haven't heard back yet. So, but that's the plan currently. So I don't know how much you want to get into further design, Courtney or Carl, if you have anything you want to add to the schematic design.
As you said, Tim, there's really nothing new. This is really a compilation, a documentation of everything that's happened over the last few months and everything shared with you previously. And some of it multiple times, no doubt. So I don't know that we need to go through the 1,200 pages or so of this whole document. But if there's certainly any specific areas that people are curious about or interested in, we'd be happy to respond. I think we did send out a link to the draft, by the way, so those who are curious or maybe need some sleep tonight and want to look at it, you're free to do that at your leisure. It's not quite the final product. That's still to be pulled together tomorrow, but a good amount of it is in there with the link we sent.
It's Sandra Gropey. Can I ask a question?
Sure.
TJ, is that?
You're muted, TJ.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead, Sandra. Sorry.
Sorry, I couldn't find the raise my hand on my phone. So it had been mentioned that you had gone to the select board through the town manager to figure out a special town meeting date within the town meeting, I guess, or special town meeting within the town meeting in May. When did you reach out to the town manager for that request?
Oh,
Can I answer that?
TJ, sure, yeah.
Yeah, so we were a little stunted on the process. The same thing happened with the high school, Sandra. So we got our final numbers in after the warrant had closed for the annual town meeting.
Mhm.
So although we've been I'd been in contact with the town manager's office, we didn't, so I emailed the town manager after we had got the final numbers in, but the draft of the article had been circulating prior to that. It's just, we didn't have a number to insert in that, so at this point, I have Tim drafted up, and I'm gonna review and send in tomorrow a formal written request to get on their agenda, although that's been discussed offline. I wasn't part of Tim's discussions, but I had my own, and so we should be in front of them on the 19th. Originally, I think it was discussed for an earlier date, but March 19th was the best date for all parties. So that puts
Okay.
us in the middle for a town meeting, a special town meeting, in the middle of town meeting, which is pretty much on par with what we did for the high school. I think we might have made it at the beginning of town meeting for the high school project, but so the formal written request, I'm going to email tomorrow morning. I talked with Mark Tisdale about that this afternoon, so just laying out the
okay.
timeline. Say
Okay,
that again?
so
I'm sorry.
I just want to make sure, because it had been noted that Tim had requested it already. So you were asked to formally request it, or you are just submitting the documentation?
So there've been discussions. I think Tim had discussed it, and I had discussed it, and I sent an email to, I left a voicemail and an email, and in the end, sending a formal request is the right way to do it. So we'll send that in, and we're still on pace to do everything we need to do in time. And pretty close to the same timeline as the high school. Might be like a
Thank
week
you.
behind where the high school was, so.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Anybody else? Sorry, Carl, did you have anything else to add?
No, I think just if there are any questions about what's in there, or Tim summed it up. It basically is the definition of the scope, the schedule, and the budget for the project that gets approved, with lots of backup as to how and why we got there.
Cool. So if there are no questions,
I have a question. Carl, can you send me or Courtney send me a link to that document? I don't seem to have it.
Okay, we can, Joe.
Thank you.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, we appreciate any insights you have, Joe. We got one more day, we can tweak it if there's something you see.
I'm sure I'm not going to read it cover to cover, but I would like to come through it.
I understand. But there is a sort of introduction that's kind of an executive summary.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. So if I could entertain a motion to authorize Vertex as our owner's project manager to submit the schematic design package as presented. Is there a motion to that effect?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Joe. Is there a second?
Second.
Was that Catherine?
Heidi.
Heidi? Sorry.
No worries.
I only get 5 people on my screen,
And I take up 3 of them, so.
and all right, motion made by Joseph Buckley, second by Heidi Perkins. Any further discussion on that motion?
Mr. Chairman, Joe Biotter, I just want to, as someone who came on board on 7/1/23, just thank the committee, not only as your superintendent, but as a resident of the community, for all of the work that's been going back on this project to as far back as 2007 and 2010, for people that have been involved with feasibility studies and so on and so forth. So to all of you that are giving time away from your families to do this, thank you so much. I appreciate it very much. And I hope we can get this done. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Baeta. And may I say, for you, you were diving into this on day one. from Portugal, by the way. So thank you for that as well, because we were worried about that at the time, that there was going to be some problems in transition from one superintendent to the other. So couldn't be more pleased that we didn't have any problems on that. So if there's no other questions or issues on that, I will take a roll call vote. Dr. Baeta,
Aye.
Joseph Buckley,
Aye.
Fran Brutinity,
Aye.
Stephen Cavey is not present, Diane Dolan, Jake Dorr,
Aye.
Sandra Gropey,
Aye.
Joyce Husseini,
Aye.
Melissa Lynch,
Aye.
Katie Monahan,
Aye.
Heidi Perkins,
Aye.
TJ Recupero votes aye. Eileen Sprague, I don't know if Eileen is here yet.
She is,
She is?
but right now she's muted.
Okay.
Aye.
Thank you, Eileen. And
Thank you.
Catherine Weiss.
Aye.
Great, that's a unanimous vote.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.
We will be
Thank
getting
you.
comments back from the MSBA in some amount of time. Usually it's 3 weeks or so from when we submit, and we'll need to respond to those. So we'll be sharing our responses with you, sharing the comments with you, and sharing our responses with you, in addition to the other activities to get ready for the votes ahead of us.
And there will be, further to that, there will be we will be having a project scope and budget conference with them to kind of get any prep information we need to get ready for the board in April.
Mhm.
It's great. If there's nothing else, new business, for new business, could Tim, Chin, or Eric, someone just run through for the people watching at home, as well as the committee, just what we have coming up in the next few weeks for meetings, public forums, etc.
I think the next meeting is the public forum on March 4th, and then on March 13th, if I remember correctly, we have the next school building committee meeting. And the March 4th meeting is both a in-person at Town Hall, as well as there's a remote sign-in option via Zoom, and the link is on the project website. And Eric, do you have the April date handy, or should I just?
Yeah, for the SBC,
Yeah,
it should be the 10th. That is the second Wednesday in April.
Yeah. April 10th. So those are the few for the next couple of months. Those are the dates.
Great. And I will say to anyone watching who can't attend either virtually or in person, the public forums or the community forum, if you go to the project website through the school department portal and email us a question or a comment, even in your absence, we will, I assure you, take that up.
Yeah, you can either go to the website or the right now on the screen that the email address is on there.
Super.
We have one other community present forum we're doing. We're reading to the second grade at South Street on Friday, right, Jay?
Yes.
Do you think they'll enjoy if we read out of the schematic design submittal?
That could definitely be a secondary option, Tim.
Only if you wear a schematic design outfit, then you can actually get away with it.
Yeah, I will say thank you to all the members of the committee who are coming on Friday. I really appreciate that.
See you then.
See ya. Yeah.
Super. So last point I want to make is anybody who's watching, if you have a community group or a parents group or anything like that, we will be over the next few months going out into the community, making presentations and taking questions. And we'd be more than happy to schedule a presentation to whatever group you're a part of. If we don't reach out to you, feel free to reach out to us because we're trying to hit everyone. So the email address is online, or if you know anybody on the committee, myself included, and you could contact directly, we'll make that happen. Having said that, is there a motion to adjourn? Thank you, Jake Dorr. Is there a second? Thank you, Melissa Lynch.
That was not me.
Well, you're the two people that are most prominent on my screen right now. So is there a second to the motion to adjourn? Great. And I'll take a roll on that. Dr. Baeta,
Aye.
Joe Buckley,
Aye.
Fran Brutinitti,
Aye.
Steve Cavey, Diane Dolan, Jake Dorr,
Aye.
Sandra Gropey,
Aye.
Joyce Husseini,
Aye.
Melissa Lynch,
Hi.
Katie Monahan,
Aye.
Heidi Perkins,
Aye.
TJ Recupero votes aye, Eileen Sprague, and
Aye.
Catherine Weiss.
Aye.
Super, thank you all. Appreciate
Thanks,
your time
everyone.
this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job,
See you at the
everybody.
next meeting.